Well, our first stop takes us to the waters of Orient.
That's where a group of East Enders are connecting through the cold, and they say it's boosting their health and their happiness.
Yeah, I got a chance to hang out with the North Fork Polar Bear Club to find out the motivation behind their frigid plunge.
When you drive over that causeway, it just feels peaceful and a bit wild. It's not so manicured and developed.
For Patricia Garcia Gomez and her longtime partner, David Snowden Jones, there are many things they love about Orient, but only one reason they decided to plant roots.
The quest to be near water is what brought us to Orient.
Patricia's bond with the water began in a much milder climate many miles away.
I was living in Greece in an artist residency, and during the residency I swam every day in the Aegean. All I wanted at that time was to be by water and to rest and to swim every day.
And Patricia was able to find that after, as she puts it, a series of steps brought her and Dav to the East End. And it was during the pandemic in Orient when Patricia realized her passion for being in the water year-round wasn't hers alone.
During COVID, one day I ran into another swimmer there and I'm like, oh my God, you do this too? And she said, yes, I've been doing this for a long time. And then we met another one and then we thought, okay, well, we should all be connected.
The connection centered around cold water swimming, and soon the North Fork Polar Bears came to be. What started as an informal group of less than 24 swimmers has now grown into a tribe of nearly 200. It's now a tradition, meeting Sunday mornings all year long for a practice they say gives them clarity, energy, and keeps them grounded.
Just by the act of looking at water, listening to water, going to the water, you're already calming your nervous system down.
Today, I decided to become the latest member of the group. The temperature outside was about 50 degrees, but the water a very cold 46.
We might even spot some seals today, huh?
Yes, exactly.
And as we made our way to the beach, I remembered what Patricia told me about this group's role when it comes to first-timers.
They get our community taking them in together. We make it safe.
Dav's advice was a little more blunt. He really tapped into how I was feeling just moments before going in.
You don't have a reference about cold water. You know for a fact you're going to die.
Right.
It's your version of that.
Sure.
I'm going to die. I'm going to go
thinking
in there.
Titanic here, right? Now. That's what
Titanic,
I'm
it's
thinking.
right there.
Yeah, it's right there, right.
But as soon as you do it once, you've got a reference. It's how soon can you calm the nervous system down? And so, you know, either myself or Patricia will kind of calm you down, and there'll be a moment where you just click.
All right, let's go. I would have worn no shirt if I looked like him. And Dav was right. At first, it was panic. I couldn't breathe and almost got out. But thanks to my new friends assuring me it'll pass, I stayed a while. And it did.
Wow. Invigorating. I feel like I just had a workout and I don't even know how to work out.
But believe it or not, the high I got from this amazing experience is nothing compared to what this impassioned group and their love for the water has done for others.
One of the members suggested that we fundraise. We selected CAST as the beneficiary. They take care of people in need on the North Fork.
Their first year, the North Fork Polar Bears raised $70,000 and over $100,000 the next. And for their polar plunge this January 28th, their sights are set even higher as this group continues to help others and open the door to something many may fear at first.
Is something now that they're on the other side of. They learn that they can do something they never thought they could do. And there's a joy to that.
I mean, how cold was that?
It was cold. I was so nervous, I actually called my doctor to make sure it was okay for me to go in
I'm
the
proud
water.
of you. That was great.
Yeah.
All right, now from the ocean to the land, where a North Fork couple traded in their careers in finance for life on the farm. We head to 8 Hands Farm in Cutchogue, where they're selling everything from food to fiber.
It started with caring for the animals, doing the right thing and being part of the community and looking to raise our own food.
Carol Festa and her husband Tom Geppel always loved a farm-to-table lifestyle, eating food they knew was fresh and right from the land.
We both were always very interested in food and cooking and everything around that experience, but really never understood what happens behind the scenes.
And after watching a food documentary years ago about how animals are treated behind the scenes, the couple did something drastic. They built their own farm, 8 Hands Farm, on Long Island's East End.
With the documentary Food Inc., the veil was lifted and we saw suddenly all the practices that were behind the items that ended up on our plate at the end of the day.
It was a trial by fire. We spent 2 years reading, visiting farms, trying to do everything to get ready. And then we had 13 sheep arrive. As soon as they were dropped off, we're like, oh my gosh, what did we do?
13 then turned into 250, with hundreds and hundreds of more animals on what's now 28 acres of farmland in Cutchogue.
Turkeys, broiler chickens. We just processed some guinea hens, which we're starting. We have goats, we have lamb, we have ducks, we have laying hens, we have sheep, and we have cows. And pigs. It would have been easier for me to tell you what we're not raising. Right. In the garden, canning tomatoes, regular heirloom tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, all kinds of greens, Swiss chard, Tuscan kale, ginger, we're doing garlic.
And what's different about this farm is what else is here: a fresh market, cafe, and butcher shop.
Taking things that we grow here on the farm and combining them in such a way that a customer can go and grab a soup, they can grab a meal, take it home and heat it up and not have to worry about actually cooking it themselves. And then if they want to have the experience of coming to a place, sitting down and having a farm prepared meal, they can come to our cafe. You can step up to our butcher counter and you could select from a wide array of meats that you can purchase.
We would not be doing this today if it wasn't for the store, the interaction of the customers, and feeling a sense of purpose with our community.
And to get the full farm experience, the couple's son Max let me help with some everyday chores, and I quickly made friends.
You want to feed him a couple peanuts?
Oh, no, not my sweater. Oh, peanuts? Okay, here, how about this? Oh, now I got friends. Oh, everyone's coming. Everyone's coming. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh, I don't have enough for everyone. What happens now? Oh, hello, guys. Oh.
This is their big hay feeder for the sheep and the couple goats and cows that we have in here.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, here we go. Gang's all here. See ya.
They got you stuck in there.
Oh, hello. This is a lot. This is a tough job. It's warm. I don't want to spill. Here they come. There you go.
All these boxes along the coop here, these are where the chickens go to lay eggs.
Oh, jackpot. Let's go. Let's get all these. Thank you.
Awesome. I think being a part of something like this is rewarding. I learn something new every single day, which is also one of my favorite things about the farm.
Connecting to the community, really feeling strongly that food should be local. Customers should be able to go to a farm and kick the tires, let's just say it that way. Be able to ask the farmer questions, how they do things.
It's probably the most demanding thing ever, but what other profession do you get to work with your head, your heart, and your hands?
I'm getting to be pretty good around a farm these days.
Hey, they even do it in the winter.
Exactly.
That's great, yeah.
Still ahead.
Westhampton is just a short drive away. Really great boutique shops that you can explore, other restaurants in the area as well that you can hit up. Looking to get away for the weekend, have a relaxing dinner, not have all the noise around them. Take a walk on the beach in the wintertime is fantastic.
Plan a winter escape to Westhampton Beach.
The winter season may just be the best kept secret on Long Island's East End.
Yeah, the traffic is light and the trendy shops and restaurants are free from the crowds.
There's dozens of towns and villages on both the North and South Forks where you could spend a day or maybe even a weekend, and we want to help you explore them all.
And our first stop is the Westhampton Beach Performing Arts Center.
Here you can find world-class performers in a small and intimate setting.
It's just an incredible, intimate atmosphere.
Seeing a show at the Westhampton Beach Performing Arts Center is a one-of-a-kind experience.
With the range of talent that we have, it really is like seeing a world-class artist in your own living room.
From the lights to the sounds, the different acts and stars, the theater is a premier spot to see a performance on Long Island's East End.
The greatest thing about our theater is it is truly a jewel box. So there's only 425 seats here, and the last row of our balcony would be considered center orchestra at Carnegie Hall.
Executive Director Julianne Penza-Boone gave us a backstage tour.
You can see really how intimate
Oh,
it
absolutely.
really is.
It's like whoever's performing is just talking and singing right to these people.
So, exactly. A lot of times it's artists on the rise, it's artists at the top of their games, it's nostalgia acts. We've had everybody from, Liza Minnelli to Jay Leno to Kevin James. We had Leslie Odom Jr. In January, we'll be highlighting our teen performers. They'll be doing a performance of The Drowsy Chaperone.
So this one will control all of our top lights. We can make them whatever color we want.
Whatever color, I like it. Let there be green. Let there be pink. I like this. That's cool. I like that. Magenta. Magenta is my favorite. I like that one. The theater is also a historic piece of town, built back in 1932 as a movie house. There are a few things that are left from 1932.
Yes, and the most iconic of which is this incredible marquee. This marquee is become so associated with Westhampton Beach.
Yeah, sure.
We like to say it's a beacon for all of the East End.
Sure, you got the main street going down here.
Yes.
And there it is.
We love Westhampton Beach. People come, they're like cultural tourists. They come to see a show here, but before they're going to come and have dinner, they're going to shop in the local stores. We all really support one another here. It's just an incredible place to be.
And Aaron, what's better than getting a great meal after a good show? Just a minute walk down Main Street, you'll find Brunetti's, where they're serving up dozens of pizzas and an Italian happy hour.
I'm a hairdresser my whole life. One day I was in my friend's salon and I was reading a magazine, GQ actually, and it had this wonderful article about the renaissance of Neapolitan pizza.
And Michael Brunetti says he was captivated by what he read.
I fell in love with the story because it's such an interesting history. How pizza began in Naples, Italy in the 1800s under the new king and queen of Italy.
And like any good student, Michael learned by doing and under the guidance of one of the best pizza places in New York, Motorino's in Brooklyn.
And then I called my son up and I said, come on, son. I was always looking for something for us to do together.
And Brunetti's Pizza became that something in 2009. It started as a pizza takeout counter just down the block, but today is a warm and relaxing spot for a night out. And one of Brunetti's signature pizzas is the margarita, named after Queen Margherita, and one I learned how to make with chef, or pizzaiolo, Danny.
We're gonna take this material here and push it to the sides. One thing you don't wanna do is put your fingers over the crust. We're gonna stay inside.
And minimal is key. Only 1 spoon of sauce, just a few sprigs of basil, and a few chunks of fresh mozzarella, topped off with some olive oil.
Yeah.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Look at the air in there. That makes it so light and fluffy.
And to complete the experience, Brunetti's also has Meet the Winemaker events throughout the year, all of them from Italy.
So many stories, and it's so wonderful, and everybody gets to ask questions and talk, and we do tastings about the various wines that they produce, and it turns into a party, and then we eat.
Big and small, clams or just tomato, Brunetti's offers a pizza for everyone, with a focus on fresh, simple toppings, hand-stretched dough, and of course, a wood-fired oven.
Everything has to be super quality. Our guests deserve.
You could spend hours exploring Westhampton Beach's Main Street, from toy shops like Sugar Daddy's to across the street, the Beach Bakery.
And if you can't fit it all in one day, why not stay the night?
We head to the Quogue Club at Halleck House, a nearby boutique hotel where historic charm meets modern luxury.
We have 14 beautiful hotel rooms, a beautiful fitness center downstairs. We have a 120-seat restaurant and bar.
The Quogue Club at Halleck House is the perfect way to get away for a quaint winter weekend. A luxury boutique hotel and club just minutes from the Hamptons on Long Island's East End.
The wintertime is a little more kind of cozy, sit by the fire, have a glass of wine. You just feel like you're walking into somebody's home, and we try to treat you that way when you get here.
Zachary DeSimone is the general manager and says their hospitality meets their history.
It started off in the 1800s actually as a boarding house from the Halleck family. In 2012, 50 local families decided to get together and purchase this property. Literally 50 local just residents wanted to keep it within the community because that was very important to them. So this is our library area. This is a really great place to just sit and relax with a nice book. Maybe a glass of wine or a cappuccino if you want.
So quaint, so cozy.
So this is the tavern dining room, just a little off to the side room where a little quieter
Yeah,
for
it's
some
like
of our
comfort
guests.
dining. I like that.
This is our main dining room here. Most of our guests like to sit in the center section here, You need to be seen,
Absolutely, the main, the
so-
central spot.
Exactly.
Go out, have a nice day, come back, dinner, all prepared for you.
Our menu changes all the time. We like to feature products that are available seasonally and throughout the year.
Right now we're going to plate up a couple dishes. We have a Dover sole and a rack of lamb.
Chef Matt Burnstill says he loves changing up the dining experience for visitors.
This is another popular dish we're doing right now. This is local duck that we make a bolognese with.
Is this cavatelli?
Homemade cavatelli. Crescent Farms duck that we grind, make a slow-cooked bolognese, add some mushrooms and peas.
Westhampton is just a short drive away. Really great boutique shops that you can explore, other restaurants in the area as well that you can hit up. Looking to get away for the weekend. Have a relaxing dinner, not have all the noise around them. Take a walk on the beach in the wintertime is fantastic.
To see more of our Westhampton Beach getaway guide, just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen.
Well, fishing, of course, is a staple on the East End.
And one North Fork man is creating the bait for that next big catch.
At the age of 6, my father decided to take me fishing for the first time. From that point on, I was hooked. I'm Larry Welcome, owner of Northbar Tackle and Sporting Wood. What I make is surf casting plugs, most people refer to them as lures, geared towards striped bass and large predator fish. My shop is in Cutchogue. It's about 6 minutes from my house. I grew up in Long Beach. I actually started by making hooks from safety pins from my mother's sewing box and making rods from willow branches. In my teens, I worked in Hauppauge and all the different factories over there, and I gained a skill set which allowed me to make what I do. Back in the late 70s, I was newly married, had just built a house, had a child on the way, working at Brookhaven Lab, which was my career job at the time, and really could not afford to pay for the lures that I was losing. So I chose a couple of lures and I reproduced them as best as I could. I do a variety of lures, everything from needlefish to pencil poppers and everything in between. And they all represent different bait fish, from spearing up to bunker. I make all of my wood lures with white pine. I chop them, I drill them for the belly holes and the weight holes, and then I seal them and paint them. The lure will vary on how long it takes to make. The average would be about 45 to 50 minutes per lure. Some of my lures take, just for the wood turning alone, 27 steps. These are scale patterns, and these are angry squid patterns. It's so much more enjoyable to make a lure of your own design, take it out there for a specific purpose, and catch a fish just the way you thought it would happen. You wouldn't believe how many people have come up to me and told me that they've caught their personal best on my lures. It's just a really nice feeling, and that's really what this is all about.
Tiny little works of art right
The
there.
detail
Beautiful.
involved, yeah.
Time now to check your answers on our East End trivia game. If you've been playing along, scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. It'll take you to our website where you can submit your answers for the chance to win some East End swag.
You'll also find more information on our website about all of the places we've explored in this episode.
And while you're there, let us know about your favorite places to visit on the East End, from the lavish to the local.
Because it just may be our next adventure. See you next time.